Okay, we're back on the show here, and we're going to get demonetized for this one, right, Daniel?
Exactly.
Apparently,
Definitely.
we're going to get demonetized.
Okay, we have two Daniels. We have Daniel Lamarche, Bull Daniel, joining us, bringing some of his photography here, and it's great to have you back, Daniel.
It's great to be back, actually. Yeah.
So let's see. Now you just launched your website, which
Just the website launched yesterday. Very exciting. Yeah, it's been a work of what's the word? It's been one of those creative things that's just been spinning in the back of my mind for a long, long time, and I finally decided to go for it, and I hired a web developer and gave her some ideas, and the first part went live yesterday. So.
Okay, so it's bolldanielphotography.com,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I mean, you'd think, it's a website. You put if you're a photographer, you put a bunch of photographs up there, and
you're done.
You're done.
Yeah.
So what was it? What were you thinking about? And you're obviously happy with the result.
I'm happy with phase one of it. Yeah, very happy actually. I didn't want to create a typical photography website.
Yeah.
Maybe because the way I shoot isn't typical, where a photographer markets themselves and a client comes to them and they, capture the client's vision and then get paid for that, right? That's the way photography typically works. But I don't work that way because I don't like having a boss, right? So
Okay.
So I create a concept. I go find the talent that I think will work for that concept, and then I shoot the concept, and then I try to market the images, sell the images after.
So the people in your photos aren't your clients?
No, not usually.
Yeah.
And but after doing this 400 or 500,000 times, I think that's the number of images I've created, like this one, I've decided that maybe I would offer that skill set that I've developed to clients for their own personal use. And so my website is kind of model for me and get paid, or model for me and pay me. And so
So that's okay. That's interesting.
yeah, so it's a little different approach to what the typical photographer does.
Okay,
right?
interesting. Now we've got I think 10 or 12. These are your boudoir photos,
Boudoir
right?
themed photos, yeah.
So we can look at this one here. And do these girls know that you
That they're on TV
on
today?
the show today?
No. No, but they've been paid, so we're good.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So we're probably not going to give out any names, but this is a very nice photo you got here, Daniel. So how does this, just for example, this one here, like how does that work with your model? Your kind of the way you approach photography.
Yeah. So I normally this is one image of maybe 100, right? In a series where I shot a photo story, right, and then published that online, and then I earn royalties from it. But what's to stop anybody from creating an image like that for themselves, right? And so, that's one out of 100 shots that Fredo gave me that I thought I would share, and anybody could do that pose, right? It's not.
Right. Okay, let's look at a few more.
Sure.
So are these, no, I'm just trying to understand the model here. So are these your clients, or how did this work?
No, I would never share a client photo because
Okay.
those are private, right?
Right.
When they've paid me to get in front of my camera, it's for.
Their
They
own
can share them all they
personal
want. I don't
reasons.
care.
But
Right.
that's their business.
Right.
Yeah.
But these are all paid models. So this one's Jackie Childs, who's,
Jackie Childs?
yeah. Do you know Jackie?
Yeah, that's Kramer's lawyer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. That might be a different Jackie. Anyway, but here's another pose. This one's Kelly. These are real simple poses, but they're elegant, right? That anybody can do.
Okay.
This one, if I don't tell you who this is,
Yeah.
even though she's actually a semi-famous model in Ontario, you wouldn't know who she is, right?
That's right.
So
So you had a concept,
yeah,
and you went and found the talent,
Yeah.
and you shot these particular.
and I shot these images. Yeah.
And were they? I'm just trying to understand. So, are they part of a story? This
They're all,
this
they're
image
all,
is part
yep,
of a larger.
they're all part of a story of,
Okay.
of about 100 images. That's the average for me.
Right.
Yeah. But the easy, right? Anybody could do these.
But how do you monetize?
Well,
That's the.
people pay to look at them
Okay.
or to download them. Yeah.
So you're selling like a higher class of like photo. You're not just selling nudes. You're selling like artwork.
Well, that's the way I think of it. But
Yeah.
you know, everybody has their opinion on what art is, right? If it stirs an emotion, it's art. You know, what kind of an emotion it stirs, different for different people, right? For me, when I look at this image, it brings me joy. Right? That's what I see when, you know, here's a person that's laying in a bed. They're clearly comfortable. She's beautiful, right? You can't see up her skirt by moving your head.
Can't see what?
It looked like you were trying to look up her skirt.
Oh no, that would just be wrong.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Just simple poses with everyday people, and
Yeah, how is it working with, I guess everyone's different, but I mean, do you have to tell them what to do, or?
most of the time I don't like to.
Yeah.
I like to let poses happen organically, and more often than not they do. Occasionally I'll say, you know, if you lift your chin a little bit or tilt your hair, you know, minor stuff, but really these poses just happen by, I take a picture and they change their position. And if my angle's not good, then I change my angle, and then I take another picture, and you just keep changing, and you know, 100 images later, you get stuff like this, right? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
this model gives me 99 out of 100 are
Oh, great.
like this, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It's interesting. What, you know, I'm just, like, do you buy into the idea that some people are photogenic and other people are less so? Like, are some people, I mean, in my experience, some people just look great all the time on
right,
camera.
right,
And some people are just always not that good.
right. I would say that I'm not photogenic, but that's because I think I'm not comfortable being in front of the camera.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm very comfortable behind the camera.
Right.
I mean, that shows. And as a photographer, my job is to take people who are like me, shy, and make them comfortable.
Comfortable.
Right?
Do you think that's what it is?
Yeah.
As if you're comfortable in front of the camera, then
Right.
you're photogenic.
Then you're photogenic. Because it's confidence, right? So
Right.
that's, you know, it's not my job to do all the technical stuff of photography, the lighting, all that. I mean, it's part of my job. But really, the big part of the job to make someone look like this is to have them feel comfortable. And then you create images like this. This model, she's not a professional model. This was her very first time in front of the camera,
Looks professional to me.
right? This girl could be on Playboy,
Yeah.
right? Very first time in front of the camera.
Is that it? Do we have any more? I think that might be it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's the few that I brought today.
Very nice.
And so that's what I want to do for people, right?
So people watching right now, if they want to get,
Send me a message and
Boudoir.
I'll come to their home and create images like this for them.
okay.
Yeah.
Great. And I mean, we're going to give out all that contact info in a couple of minutes. But this is not the only stuff you do, right?
It's
Daniel?
not the only stuff I do.
So what else are you doing?
I'm also shooting a lot of art nudes. For example, last weekend or the weekend before, I went up to Peterborough and I shot some nudes on aerial silks, for example. And so that's the kind of stuff that will probably end up in a gallery somewhere, right?
Now, what does that mean? It means you're taking photos, but you're printing it on
I'll print it on canvas.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a digital painting, I guess, really.
Yeah, actually, we've got, like, this is a
Yeah,
good example.
so like that.
Right behind me is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly, stuff
kind of
like
thing.
that.
But there's lots of other materials you can print on as well, not
There
just
are.
canvas, right?
Not just canvas, yeah.
Like
Canvas is the thing that calls to me for whatever reason.
Well, I
but-
mean, that's what art is traditionally on, right?
Right.
So, as a photographic artist.
Yeah, and there'll be one ofs, that's it. I'll
Oh, I
print
see.
it, and it'll sign it, and one of one, that's it. I'll never print that image again.
Because, I mean, we just got a, like, if you see our sign on the door,
Yeah,
so that was printed on brushed aluminum. You can print,
which is
anything.
wild, right?
It's amazing what you can print on these days, right?
Yeah,
So you can really create some awesome art pieces.
some interesting things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're based in Toronto?
I am.
Are you from Toronto originally?
I am from Toronto originally,
Yeah.
but I didn't grow up here.
Oh, where'd you grow up?
In the East Coast,
Oh.
in New Brunswick.
New Brunswick.
Yeah.
Where?
But I've been back and forth a few times, and this time I think I'll stay.
Okay. Where in New Brunswick were you?
A little village called Harvey Station.
I don't know where that is.
You don't know where that is?
No.
It's about 40 minutes-ish. The roads are a little better now than they were when I was growing up, so maybe it's shorter now, but 40 minutes southwest of Fredericton.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds like a great place to grow up.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah?
It was,
Were you in the country or in the city?
I was in a very small village, 300 people.
Now, so what made you want to pick up a camera? Did that happen out there, or?
That happened out there as a child, actually. I bought my first camera, I was 8, and I think because I was so shy,
Yeah.
that it was one way for me to show the world that I wasn't an idiot, right? Just because I didn't want to talk to you, or when I did say something that, you know, came out stupid, that I could show that I, you know, and so I shot, and I shot, and I shot, and I shot, and I don't know how many images I've shot in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
It's-
So, I mean, now with like digital photography now, it's being so, like, I just walk around with my phone, like,
Yeah.
you know, and to me, it takes some great pictures. I mean, as, you know, how does that in any way kind of threaten the role of a photographer, a
Yeah.
professional photographer?
Yeah. Yeah, it sure does.
And then how do you deal with that?
I create my own images. You know, as I was saying to Peter when we were, I marched to my own drum, right? That's why I never really pursued commercial photography, right? I didn't want to shoot somebody else's vision. I shoot my own vision. This
Yeah.
is the way I see the girl. Nobody told me to look at her that way.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. And what about that? You know, that whole idea of a photographer having the uncanny ability to just click at the right moment. Like there's that famous picture of the guy in France that stuck his camera through that hole,
Right.
and he got that perfect shot.
Sure.
Like, I mean, what is that? What
Well,
is that magic that
what is that magic?
photographers can put
It's
their finger on?
it's shoot all the time.
Yeah.
Shoot all the time.
Yeah, but then that's almost like you're just shooting video and then
Well,
you pick the frame you want, right?
so in fact, I've had people come to my lighting workshops, my photography workshops, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're doing like, you know, I'll take one shot and then I let the model change
Yeah.
position. I'll take another shot. But some people come in and they're a burst of 7 images, right? You got 7 the same, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have to shoot a lot in order to catch the magic ones, but you also have to be aware of what's happening, and
Probably operate with a little bit of your sixth sense.
there's some luck.
Yeah.
There is some luck, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you were at the Ross show last time you were in here.
Yeah.
Anything else coming up, or are you working towards putting anything together in terms of a show or anything?
Actually, I am working with the people at the Redwood Theater over on Gerrard Street, where my second studio is.
Where is
Excuse
that?
me.
Redwood.
1300 Gerrard Street,
Okay.
East. And we're working on setting up a VR studio for pinup models.
Wait a sec. You're going to wear those things?
Yeah,
Those things.
3D VR.
And so what's going to happen? Yeah, you're going to put these things on, and then what?
And then you're in the studio with the pinup model.
With live? Are they going to be live?
Eventually it'll be live
And it'll be 3D,
and 3D.
right? Daniel, what do you think about that?
Sounds cool.
How cool is that, right?
I'd love to go.
Well, because we had some VR stuff happening here a couple of weeks ago.
Did you?
Right? Yeah, and we didn't have any of that kind of stuff. But Daniel, no, I mean, you were making some jokes about that, though. Remember, Daniel? I'll show you the video later. I've got it on video.
He seems to have forgotten what he said.
Purposely.
So okay, I'm just curious. So you're going to set this up so people walk into the theater and put the goggles on, and then
The VR will be able to happen anywhere. In fact, even in your own home.
okay.
But the studios where we're going to shoot the VR
Oh, I see.
will happen at Gerrard Street.
I see.
Yeah.
And
so
then where will people get the images? Or access that from home with their goggles or whatever?
that we'll create a website for that as well. Yeah. So we're in the very early stages. I'm playing around now with doing some 3D shooting to get warmed up to that, and so maybe the next time I come, I'll bring some of my 3D images that I've been
Well,
working
that
on.
would be kind of cool. We could, because we're, I got some Google Cardboard.
So that's
in the other office.
So that's exactly. So one of the ways of viewing it is on a phone.
Yeah.
With I have a fancy viewer that I use that clips onto a phone, but yeah, the Google Cardboard works as well, and
Yeah.
that creates the 3D.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very cool.
It's
And-
very interesting.
Well, it's a whole new realm, right? The whole VR thing.
But it's old technology that's just because 3D images happened in like the 20s, right?
Yeah.
And then it died for whatever reason, and now it's coming back. Well, digital's made it more accessible.
Well, you know, because we got a guy in the building here. He's developing 3D monitors that you don't need glasses for, which is,
Amazing.
yeah, it's
That I'd like to see.
a brave new world. We're
You just shocked me.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, there's some technical limitations at the moment, but I can put you in touch.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it strikes me that really this interface, the 3D interface with the goggles, is really a bold, new kind of interface to a whole new experience that, you know, that we're, even though, like you say, it's in the 20s or whatever, but it's like, it's pretty cool stuff.
It's
that
very
you
cool.
can-
Yeah.
Why would we ever have to leave our apartment?
Well, some people don't, right? And
In the future.
In the
It'll be
future.
just like the Matrix.
Right.
Right?
we'll just
Eh.
plug in and.
Tune out.
I don't know that that's not necessarily the way I want to go through the rest of my life, but it's interesting that what technology can do for us, right?
So, okay, you're going to have to come back when you're launching all that, and we can,
Yeah. Talk about the VR.
well, we can talk about it, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, cool.
That'll be exciting.
All right, so congratulations on getting the website launched.
Thank you.
BoldDanielPhotography.com.
Yeah.
And people, what's the best way for people to reach you if they want to maybe hire you for some photography or?
Sure. The easiest way would be right through my website. There is a contact me link there. But if you're into Instagram, then that's also a very easy way. So just Bold Daniel on
Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, and they can subscribe and get your
Yeah.
updates.
You can follow me there and click like.
Okay, very cool. Thank you, Daniel, for
Thank you.
coming in again.
Thank you
And,
for having me.
I look forward to your next appearance.
Super.
With those VR things.
VR things.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll make that happen. I don't know how we're going to show that on the screen in 3AU.
Well, I know, but we were trying to do that ourselves, but yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Super.
Yeah. So we're going to take a little break. We have one more guest coming up. We got Cloudsley Hobbs, and we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining and stuff like that. So we'll be right back after this here on thatchannel.com.